Ajijic, Mexico, the new norm.
Jerry Brown here with Jerry Brown Travels.
Hey, Laurie here. Don't forget me.
Okay, we are self-quarantined here in our house, and we want to give you another update on what's going on here. So we're in a safe environment because we created a safe environment, and we feel very comfortable here. But once we step out that door and we get into the unknown, well, then that is where we have to really be careful on what we do. So as an example, we always wear our mask, we wear our gloves, when we go out, when we come back, we wash everything that we've brought into the house, so we keep the house sanitized. We don't bring anything in that could be possibly have the virus on it. And so we're being over precaution, and I think that's a good thing. So, and we've showed that in other videos also. So we can be playful in this environment, and that's a big key, I think, for quality of life and getting through this tough time is to be playful as much as we can. We personally, we don't tune into the news and watch all the drama of the news because that doesn't serve us well. So we like to protect ourselves not only from the outside elements, but also from the tricks that the brain will pull on us if we're not being careful on how we're treating ourselves. So playfulness is a big part of surviving and having a quality of life. So I've been getting a lot of questions asked about our last video and the virus down here and what's going on. Well, one of the questions I thought was a good one was that somebody asked me, is there a case where I should come down? And so, yes, there is. And what that is let's say you're a snowbird. You have a house already established here. You've been coming here for years and you know the area. Maybe you even have your doctors set up. You know the different essential services and where they are. And in that particular case, then, and you're willing to get on an airplane and sit in that little tube, you know, and be around other people. If you do that, also what we would recommend, wear your mask, take hand sanitizer, especially if it can be in a spray bottle. What we've done is we've taken a little baggie with a little solution of bleach and water mix and a rag, and then when we go into the airplane, I wipe it down, the seats, the back of the seat in front of us, the trays. This way, we're pretty much sanitize the area there. We wear gloves, we wear a mask throughout the whole flight. So in that particular case, that's what we've done. We would recommend doing that. Coming down here, so you're doing everything you can. So when you get into your environment, you know that it's clean. We also would recommend washing your suitcases and everything down with that bleachy water solution and a rag, and before you bring them in your house. Okay, so now you've decided you're going to come here. One of the things you'll have to realize is that you want to stay in a safe environment. Okay, I'm looking, in the future, and I'm being extra precaution. As an example, I've talked about in a video that I don't see Lori and I doing any traveling for at least a year until things get settled down. It'll never go back to what it was before, never. And so we're going to learn a lot of lessons from this. So I think it's going to curtail our particular case of traveling because we love to travel. And so we're saying we're going to hold off for a year and see how it evolves. So so you want to come down and you have your own home, and you're willing to say, I'm going to stay in my home. I'm willing to realize I'm not going to be able to do the socializing that I used to be able to do. Restaurants may be open to a minimum, or maybe it won't be. Don't know that right now. So you don't expect you're going to socialize on that same level because it's not going to happen. I don't think. So I'm looking into my crystal ball and sort of saying it. I think it's maybe worst case scenario. You may say, Jerry, you're taking worst case scenario. Yes, I am. But I want to be realistic with you to know you're not going to be doing the social activities that you're so accustomed to, how much you love to do those activities, getting around people and having social functions with them, going to concerts, going to movies, and that. It's definitely going to be a whole different dynamics down here. I don't know what that's going to be, but just realize you're definitely going to spend a lot more time in your home. If you feel comfortable with your significant other, then go for it. In that particular case, I would say, yes, come down. But at the other hand, if you're thinking, well, I'd like to come down for a vacation or like to come down for a few months, in that particular case, right now when I make this video, I would say, give yourself a couple months, 2 or 3 months, see how everything is evolving and what's going to happen. And if it looks good and you're willing to take the change of and accept the change that's happening down here, then come on down and check it out. But remember, it's not going to be the same. People who've traveled into Mexico, going to the beach communities like we have, it's not going to be the same because people are going to be a little bit more apprehensive and they're not going to be as trusting of other people. We don't know who else has that virus, even so they look fine. They may seem to be okay, but we don't know. So it may take a few years before the scientists come up with a proper cure and like that. When the AIDS epidemic happened, look what it took for it to get solved and back to normal. So I personally don't see that traveling anywhere in the world will be the same because people are going to be a little more cautious about where they're going, how clean the people are, and that type of stuff. So this is just a little update for you that have a home here already and you're willing to come back. Now remember, at our age, we are more susceptible to the virus. So traveling and that. So if you want to take the chance of that and you feel the quality of life that you want to live includes your time in Mexico, then I personally would do it. But I would be willing to self-quarantine. I'd be willing not to expect to have hiking groups and kayak groups and Zumba groups and Spanish lessons where people are together in close quarters. I would accept all of that to come down. And maybe weather is a good reason that you want to come down. You don't want to hibernate in the winter up in the snow country. I probably also would come down. But I would first make sure I was in good health. I didn't have any symptoms or anything else. You may even want to, we did this when we left Cambodia. We went to a doctor. We got a certificate. We got that told the authorities that we did not have any signs of the virus. Now, we never had to use that when we were traveling. We did it thinking maybe we need to use it going through customs and that type of, because we were moving around to different countries to get back here. And in fact, that's a whole different story. You may want to check out that video on that. Okay, so this was a little update on our take. Should you come back to Mexico or not? Right now, you make the decision to do that. Also, like I say in other videos, don't trust my word because it's only my word. It's my observation, seeing what it's like down here, walking around, looking around, talking to people. And so I'm just shooting, I'm just telling you what my experience is down here. Check it out with other people, other resources, check it online, verify what's going on, always verify what's going on. I don't care who says what it is, because you want to be safe, especially these years are so valuable to us. We don't want to mess up at all. So, okay, I hope that this helps. Again, I'll be making other videos about this situation, giving you more information on talking with doctors, talking with real estate agents, and giving you firsthand information as I see it down here. Okay, so this has been Jerry Brown with Jerry Brown Travels. Hey, and you ask, where is Lori? Well, Lori is out in her garden, and she says, Jerry, that's a little serious for me. So Or maybe she's on Facebook and talking to people on Facebook. Who knows? But she's enjoying herself. Okay, great. Bye.
Come along with us, and we're going to show you more videos in this upcoming series. We're going to talk to real estate agents. We're going to talk to doctors. We're going to give you the whole scoop down here. Now, please subscribe. You'll get those videos absolutely free.